Hey guys, Bozemus 83 Perfection here. This is my first video in about 7 months, and it's a pretty good one. So what this video is about is my Suzuki LJ20V. Now this is a very rare car that we have restored. They imported these into the United States in the late 1960s and early 1970s. There's only a handful of them in the United States now. So we got it as close to the original color as possible, and all the exterior things except for the bumper are original color and original parts. But this is the motor in this is a 2-stroke, 2-cylinder, 359cc motor. And all the parts and stuff are original, with some exceptions because some of the parts were broken. For example, we had to make a new throttle cable right there, and the oil cable right there, just because rats and mice were in this and they chewed all the wires and stuff. So we had to get new wires, new battery, of course, everything new pretty much. Here's the, let's see if I can come around here. The badge that said that it was imported from another country. That's all the original dates and, how it tells you how old the motor is, how old the car is, when it's from, everything like that. And then let's take a look on the inside. So we just got done reupholstering these door panels and the seats and the headliner. And this is a very sweet ride, in my opinion. The only downside to this ride is that the fastest I have gotten it up to is 40 miles per hour, which is not very fast. We can open the back hatch here. It's just a big open metal bed, fully metal. Everything's metal. This is the original tire that was on it. We cleaned it up. It's got a little dry rot on it, but it's usable in case of an emergency. But yeah, the tread's still good. These tires, they're a different company, but they look the same for the most part. And all the stuff in here, like the pedals, the brake, the seats, even though we had them reupholstered, the mirror, we don't have the visors on because they got faded and there was a little rust on them. All of this in here is original parts. So, but instead, like in the original one, this would be, I think, white, but I don't really like white on this car, so we made it all black. Like this is the original speedometer. We got this speedometer part redone. This is original. This choke is not original though because the cable broke, so we had to get a new choke cable. We ordered some of these parts from a person overseas, but they did come off of original Suzuki LJ20s, like this ignition. That was not, like, we had to buy a different one because we didn't have the key. And then this up here, the mice chewed it and the wires were too far gone to solder back. Original gear shift, original levers, handles, window crank, original glass, all original glass. And you can see some of the wear here from where the mice, here, let me turn this light on. From where the mice chewed on the inside of this. You can see a little bit up there. We did have to get new weather stripping because the mice had chewed all that out, which it makes their doors really tight and secure so that no dust or air can get in, but they are hard to close because of that. So you kind of have to slam it. This back one's really hard to close. Original lights, all the lights work. So I'll like the blinker handle's on the right side, which is weird. So all this works right there, and in the back too, right there. There's the blinker. It cancels automatically too, so that means it shuts off automatically. The headlights work and everything, and it lights up the speedometer. Headlights work. They're not on bright right now, but they do work. Everything is functioning. There's the bright. You can flip this back, turn it off. Hazard lights, they work. You can see that. Emergency brake works. The fan works. The heater. The windshield wipers work. Let me see if I can show you that real quick. Windshield wipers. So you can, where's that at? There's a low and then high. This is the cabin air control system. So this one says vent push, and this one says circulate push, fresh air pull. So if you wanted to keep the same air in, push it. This allows fresh air to come in down here. Ventilate, it opens it, push it, leave it out. The coolest part, the coolest functional analog thing that we have in here is the windshield washer fluid. Now in normal cars, it's either on the left or right, and you flip a little switch and the water squirts on the windshield. But for this, you push it, and it's an air pump. So you push it, and you have to manually do it, which is really cool. This is a little glove compartment with extra parts, and I have my door keys in there. The locks do work on these doors. We had to get new ones, but they do work. The heater, you can close the heater with this handle, push it. It's already closed. Then you'll turn on the fan, and it'll defrost the windshield out of these ports. And it will circulate air into your feet too. And then if you pull it, it'll just circulate in the cabin up here. The controls on this, there's the clutch, brake, and gas. And the gear shift, the ignition, like I said, the blinker is on the right instead of the left. And then this controls your driving mode. So you have 2 high, 2 low, or I think you have, so you're in 2 high right now. This all the way back is 4 low, or 4 low, 4 high, neutral, and 2 high. Right there. So yes, this does have 4-wheel drive. I have not went in the woods to climb with it yet, but I'm assuming that it is a pretty good little off-road buggy. The seat belts are the original seat belts, and you can see a little bit where the mice chewed on them, but we cleaned them up. They're all good now. Turn that off, make sure the ignition's off. We had to get the mirrors. They are the original mirrors, original glass, original everything. The hood latches came off of another LJ20, so they are technically stock. The emblem is original. The hinges are original. Everything on it is original. So passenger door. This is what the door panel looks like. The gas cap. I mean, everything down to the detail is basically original. So that's the overview of the car. Now let's take it for a drive. So in the sunlight, you can kind of see the color a little better. I just thought I'd take another shot out here. There's a little back door. Keep in mind, this thing is little. Like, I'm putting the phone, this is head height, and you can see on the top, that's head height. And I'm only 5'9", so this is a little vehicle. You can see the little amount of space I have between my knee and the steering wheel. And actually the steering wheel is kind of close to my leg. So, we're gonna shut the door. Hold on, then get it shut. That's the tight seal I was talking about, so you kind of have to pull it a little harder. That's a nice tight seal. So, to start this thing, first of all, I need to address the trash bags because I don't have floor mats yet. So I just put trash bags down so I don't get the floor all dirty and stuff. But to start this thing, it's just like any other car except for that it's 2 strokes. So sometimes you have to choke the carburetor to get more fuel into it to start it. So you'll make sure it's in neutral first. I'm not going to do a whole crash course on it, but it's just like a normal car. So it's got to warm up first. You can see that the temperature is cold and that we're about, we have like a quarter tank left. You can see it smoking a little bit out of the old exhaust. This is the headliner I was talking about that they reupholstered. It looks really nice. I don't know how exactly I'm going to drive and shoot the video at the same time, but I'll try. So you can see out of the mirrors, if I can zoom in. You can see out of the side of the mirror like that, which they're not here, they're there, they're on the front. So the fan, like I said, works. It's kind of cold outside, kind of not. The window, you can roll them down, roll them back up, lights off. Okay, so put her in reverse, Terry. And one thing that this does not have is a RPM gauge, so you have to kind of listen to the motor and it'll let you know when to shift gears. So emergency brakes off. We're in 2 high right now. Blinkers work and everything. I don't need to put a signal on. So it only has 4 gears, which is kind of limited on your speed. That's why it only goes about 40 for me with this particular motor in it, which is the original. But it's a very smooth driving vehicle. You can take it on the driveway like I'm doing here, or you can take it in the grass or in the field or anything. It goes everywhere, so you can do basically anything with it. Over here. So it's just big enough. So the size of this thing, you could literally fit it in the back of a full-sized pickup bed, of the back of a pickup. So we're going about 20 right now. And it's at full throttle, so we can keep going up. Hit about 30 there. My dog almost ran into me. But it's a very nice driving car. I do like it. But yeah, that's then you can just pull it into the old garage here, pull it up on this, pull the emergency brake, and I'll get out and do an overview and look under the hood while it's running. So there's the exhaust. Look under here. So you can see everything is working just like a normal motor. So, then you latch these things back down, like that. And that's it. So, and the cool thing is this thing starts very easily. So, like, normal cars, you'll have to turn it and then wait, but this one you can just starts right up. Anyways, that is an overview / review on the Suzuki LJ20V. Again, this is a 1972 model that was imported into the United States. It's a very nice car, very rare, and it's a little farm truck for me. So that's all, guys. Thank you for watching, and peace out. So a side note, these are some old pictures before we restored it. You can see the floorboards rusted out there. There's rust all on the outside. Every part that you can think of is weathered and rusted and corroded and everything. But I just decided to put these in the video so you could see a little original detail. But thank you for watching again, and goodbye.